Yeah. So no talking about the naughty subject on YouTube.
Yeah, pretty sure YouTube does not want to hear about my love life right now. Anyway.
Well, if you were teaching kids in Florida, yeah.
Yeah, but no, I'm not going to be qualified for that. Anyway, last time we checked,
Sorry, you just left me such a good opening.
you trapped the Succubus, which is obviously a perfect opening for that. And you're hunting down the other two, and the last place you saw them was at something called Hope Valley. And thanks to your Arcanist quote unquote I said your Arcanist quote unquote friend, as soon as I can find the hero's depth, there we go.
She could be convinced our way to our path.
Like Eleanor, she makes you some bullets that actually what is it? Pretty much poison. Well.
She gave us both a liquid form, which we can inject. Once we have them, we also have a powdered form I can put into pitted bullets.
Or if it need be an emergency pocket sand attack.
This one has to be introduced to the blood, from what I understand.
Okay, so you introduce them as if it was crack cocaine, and tell them to snort it.
And upstairs in the Noble Lounge until you get proper setup, she's also designing. Well, you could take a look at yourself.
Really nice, decent house.
No, this is the noble rooms for Emzo's Inn.
Okay.
So it's literally just one.
I mean,
room
if she wants, she could set up her alchemy lab in the castle.
You have to tell her that.
Yeah, I guess I might go over there. You know.
Because right now she has no place to go, so she has no partner.
Well, I think I'll walk. I'll basically knock on the door. I'm guessing this is several days after the loss of a friend.
Yeah. Come in.
Yep.
Quick question. What was her name again?
I'll just go Eleanor, but her full name is Eleanor Nee. Right. Yeah, Eleanor Nee, but you could sort it to Eleanor.
Yeah, so
just want to make that's right.
I'll open the door and walk in. Eleanor, we're still trying to hunt down the succubi.
I know. And you actually see like wall-to-wall bombs she just made.
It's best not to produce unstable alchemical things in the inn. If you need some place to work, there's plenty of spare space in the castle. I've got my workshop set up there.
There's a castle?
Yes, in the city.
Try convince her to move out. Pretty much a luxury suite for a castle.
Yeah. It doesn't have the best amenities yet. We mainly set it up just for our personal usage and a combination of home for us to stay in, some barracks quarters for the militia, and a workshop for myself, plus the previous factory. So there is available space. Not the best amenities in the building itself, but if you'd prefer, I could always try to convince I'm forgetting his name right now. Out of character, I'm forgetting his name. The barkeep and tavern owner for Orca. Yeah.
Orca or Emzo.
Orca. Yeah, Emzo is the one that has the bar at the coast, correct?
Yeah, you're above her bar right now, but yeah.
Yeah, and Orca's Tavern has very nice rooms. I'm sure he could be convinced. We could convince him to give you a good deal renting long term. So you'd have good amenities from the inn and a safe and secure working environment.
What would be deception or diplomacy with an advance 5?
This one's a diplomacy. I'm not lying to her.
Yeah. Best lies are the ones where you aren't lying.
18.
That's pretty much good enough.
Yeah.
Alright. I guess I can't stay in this room forever. Eventually some noble's going to want to have it.
Do you need a hand getting some of those stuff down?
Yes, please just be careful. The dogs don't exactly hurt us, but, I didn't exactly test it yet.
Well, we can load them into my steam wagon. It can transport things like this fairly safely over distance.
Right.
Okay.
Roll me a chemical check, what you call it check.
Arcana doesn't exist.
Well, crafting or arcana check.
Okay.
I've got a craft alchemy check.
Good. Perfect.
Not a good one, but 15.
Just at the nose.
Yeah.
Those bombs are pretty much Succubus killer bombs.
Oh boy.
It's literally light holy magic.
Yep. Those will be safely secured in chests that have like shock absorption built in. So we'll load up my vehicle and trailer trailer wagon.
Let's treat let's treat this as if it's nitroglycerin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Eleanor will be going, my hat's off to you. This shit's amazing. According to what Doc says.
Thank you.
Genius.
I think I have a feeling where they might be. That's why I made so many, but I'm going.
We have our people looking into it.
There's no kill like overkill.
Yeah. You focus on the grieving process and on other projects. Don't let this consume you.
Just remember, you're not alone. You got Orca. You have Emzo. You have us. If you need us, we'll do our best we can to help you.
She nods and goes downstairs and thanks Orca for the room before proceeding to head out.
Yeah, we'll get it loaded up and transported. And then we'll help her set up in one of the probably. I'm assuming we probably got like. I wouldn't want to put her in a tower.
Can we see like the map again that had the castle in it?
Yeah. Because I know we deconstructed part of the castle to rebuild the castle.
Oops, sorry, wrong map.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll absolutely give her that fort in the middle.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure that the king would love to have that.
Yeah. And obviously, we got our rail line up and running between the city and the port. That's probably increased transport.
Yeah, here skill Springwood.
Alrighty, so we've obviously probably built a few structures inside as well.
Yeah, I think we probably cut off this entire wing over here to rebuild the walls. And the castle's more just kind of a small keep at this point here. Because I know we did put in like a factory like up against the wall over here, where our first steam engine was, where our first full-size steam engine was.
Mm-hmm.
We've converted. I think we converted the Eastern District area into much more factory space, along with a school and other larger buildings.
Yep, and I know I assisted with the construction of like a distillery, but not so much for like the fun drinking alcohol, but more like the actual like wood grain alcohol for like cleaning and disinfectant. Yeah,
basically, I would imagine you're producing both lubricants and and cleaning solvents
Mm-hmm.
out of that facility. Which basically it's a protochemical plant, is what you built.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks to the higher grade steels we're producing out of this big building here, which basically is what Bessemer process.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Bessemer process, that was for like turning up, like forming steel, I think, right?
Yeah. We also have another. This one is refining the more rough steel alloys coming from the mine. Since the mine also, if I remember right, the mine also has set up. The mine can process it from iron ore into, I'm guessing, probably pig iron. Is my guess. So they're processing as well as some basic steels. This facility, then, we've been able to basically repurpose what it was once for making basic steels, and we're now producing high-grade steels. But basically, we're industrializing, is what I'm thinking has gone on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only getting better. I'm assuming every day more workers are joining. The training's getting better. Obviously, I've also enforced very strict safety standards for everything.
We have
Yeah, because
Yeah.
as people find out for other towns, or that's even too dangerous, thanks to the Succubus, or the Takeo career isn't going too well, the more workers you have piling in.
Exactly.
Yep. And considering how much we've invested, I think we still have enough funding to at least have another couple months of employment.
Well, I think at this point, with exports, we're probably self-sufficient, at least for general employment. Because I believe we're exporting the steel, since it's probably higher quality than what a lot of blacksmiths can produce.
Excellent.
Yeah. Not only that, but we also control a good chunk of the criminal underworld, and we're controlling the smuggling. And since we control the guards in a sense, we've kind of monopolized the smuggling operations, at least coming out of the western port.
Yep.
But with the advent of the trains, of the train tracks, I'm assuming that's also increased our inflow and outflow of commerce.
And people as well, I'd imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, currently it's I say the second best land mass right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll see it's the best land mass because it's all the heroes and half your stuff goes there. Some of the stuff goes up there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the heroes need good armor. I'm presuming that good armor and weapons, and I'm presuming that the steel is obviously mechanically. It wouldn't have +1 to attack kind of stuff, but I'm imagining it's more durable than other steels out there.
Yeah.
So somewhere between standard made and mastercrafted.
No. Mastercraft, it doesn't care about the materials as much. I'm imagining it's more that the weapon has an extra 50% hit points or some slightly higher hardness.
Alrighty.
We're not quite reaching adamantite levels, but we're basically getting just a higher grade. Like I'm imagining they're producing spring steel swords at this point.
Excellent. So we're kind of approaching tungsten.
I thought adamantite was effectively the tungsten of this world.
Yeah.
I just know that the fucking heat you need to produce to refine tungsten is immense, and we haven't produced enough equipment yet to do that.
Oh yeah. 3,500 degrees Celsius. Yeah. Tungsten's a bit hot, hard to durable.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would definitely like to see if I could do some more mine improvements to increase the output of the mines. I know that we've got the pressurized steam pipes going through it that not only heat up the mines, but there are hook-in points for hand drills, which are safer and more efficient than
pickaxes.
Yeah. It's just I can't produce the 5-pound engine yet.
We're working on that.
Yeah. And so Ty, are there any other improvements I could try to make? Try to maybe increase the output or do improvements to the steam engines we do have?
Roll me a check to see if you could do well. Just ignore the 2 checks I rolled just for. Well, you'll see in a minute what happened.
Yeah. Okay. So this will be And again, also I'd like to note I am enforcing very high safety standards on everything.
Of course.
Why is that higher? Did I make a mistake with this? Because hold on, I might be. Yeah, I think it's craft machinery is supposed to be 23 at this point. Basically, craft machinery check to basically send out, some up. Basically, I'm going to make them using the new steel in the main forges here, and then we'll ship the parts out as replacements for the other steam engines that we have up north in the mines.
All right, with 37, you pretty much could pull that off.
Yeah.
Like couple people look around like, hey, we could be a little more efficient. We do this, and this, and so they brought it up to you and actually to Eleanor because she's pretty much taking over as the alchemy of the alchemy part of the factory.
Oh yeah. I'm guessing she's taking over the distillation facility.
Yeah, and hey, if we could do this, then it'll be much faster.
We can definitely tighten down. And as I said, because we're producing higher grade steels now, that means we can also start doing higher pressure boilers. So that should also increase. Because if I remember right, the higher the pressure of a boiler, the more efficient it becomes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're basically replacing the boiler tanks with and pipes with much higher end steels.
All right, so I'll explain what those 4-in-1 was.
Mm-hmm.
As you notice, the school is actually starting to get some dropouts for the magic school from the from Rosedom Academy.
Oh, what program are they joining? Because there's several programs. We do have a small magic program, thanks to Jim Pan. We also have the kind of distillation and alchemy program, which I'm guessing Eleanor's taking over leadership of.
Yeah.
And then they've got the engineering program, which I'm leading.
Yep. However, the one is that it'll take, unless you want to roll checks yourself, it'll take at least 3 or 4 months before you find any head to what the succubuses are.
I mean, do you guys want to just allow our information network to find them, as well as our regular interrogations of the succubus we do have?
Absolutely.
And just for now, focus on internal sphere.
Yeah.
Obviously, we make sure that people. I'm thinking what we should do to try to get the paladins to leave our area somewhat and spread them a little thin. Start having our criminal enterprise kidnapping people from the eastern side of the city on the east. And then, having their bodies turn up, drained of life.
So you're going to send your criminal empire into Heartsmith, of which the succubus are already fucking around. Kidnap people and to have your succubus drain life from them.
I'm more referring to what was it? That more magic focused town in the east of the continent.
I think the Sorcerer's Republic was to the west of us, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm talking about to the east.
Oh, okay, different.
Yeah. I'm not touching the Sorcerer's Republic. I'm keeping the fear here because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the people to, in a sense, turn against the guards, seeing them as unable to protect them.
I assume you mean here, Jim.
And get this town to start adopting the ideology. Not only that, but I'm also going to again increase my pamphlet production.
It's good.
So again, I'm refining the pamphlets, keeping the message slowly, kind of frog boiling water, kind of stuff. Yep, here we go. So, yep, 19 to continue to just refine the pamphlets.
All right, it's not exactly earth-shattering, but at least you're keeping your group in line.
Yeah,
didn't exactly attract new members yet, but
Yeah.
You convince your current members that your way is the right way.
Yeah, so we're maintaining numbers.
Yeah.
That's the important bit. And we can keep, and as I said, we'll have basically little guild offices. The Gearman's Guild is what we're calling ourselves for now. They've got we've got a branch out here, and then I'm assuming that we're starting to have a couple of them. I've sent a couple of guys I've trusted into the Sorcerer's Republic, just to set up in some of the major cities, the ones that are more industrial.
That would be tricky. Let me just send you a map to the actual Republic.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a port town, right?
Kind of. Currently they rely on your port.
Seriously, they basically use our port and send people over the bridge to us.
Yeah, that's because this is a large town, mostly full of heroes going in and out, as well as the master school, as well as the big castle, which holds pretty much Tabitha Black herself.
Yeah. Where is the economic and industrial city in this republic?
Right here.
Got it. Does this city have a port?
No.
Okay. Got it. I guess then we'll send out some of our people and see if they can set up a port out here, and then so we can basically start a trade a water-based trade lane.
That would be tricky. So, but yeah,
At the very least, they can set up a little guild facility and try to convince people to join. Not only that, but it's a great way to advertise the school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be too chunk of a role for you to hire right now. But yeah, you could get started. But But I'll give you blunt. No, not many people are jumping ship yet.
What do I need to roll?
Diplomacy, but the number will be sky high. I'm just rolling you right now.
There's always miracles. Diplomacy of 11. I'm assuming no advantages. 18.
Not enough.
Okay. Just trying to basically right now. I'm just a harmless inventor trying to spread his influence a little bit. Spread his influence in his network.
Listen. We understand. We understand that new businesses pop up every day, but look at this. This is all thanks to the glory of magic and the strongest sorcerer around today, the literal one half of the literal dragon killers. May her husband rest in peace.
Yep.
Like we're very sorry. Maybe another time.
I'll just shrug and move on. Acting like no big deal. Moving on.
Not like I've heard that before.
Yep. So these guys don't have a port city.
No, they're currently relying on your port city because remember that port, the original port city, was destroyed.
Wow, I mean that gives them a huge disadvantage if
that kind of gives us a bit of a monopoly.
Exactly.
So basically, they don't have that. They have docks where ships can come in and out, but not much more than that.
I mean, it'd be a risk, but you guys want to consider investing in a rail line to these guys?
Out of character, maybe one or a couple levels higher.
Yeah. So I'll start designing it, I guess, for now. The rail line. So, I mean, for now, we at least can efficiently load and unload ships.
Yeah.
As well as from our cities. I'm assuming that our city is also growing a very large warehouse district too. For all the materials coming in. We're basically building a train yard. Are we getting foreign investment in it by chance?
Say again?
Is there any foreign investment incoming into it? Like people investing in it to buy plots to have warehouses on the train yard?
Let's say that's a Destiny decide.
Yeah. Just because I said you said that we're kind of the major port at this point.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm sure traders would want.
Actually, a couple of rich people stopped by that port. Stopped by Enzo's bar. Like, can we see the port manager, please? We need to speak to him.
I mean, there's the harbor master.
That's the harbor master. Sorry, the harbor master. Sorry, my brain decided to fry.
The harbor master. He lives. I believe we built him a house that the lower area is like a harbor master office, and the upper area is just a nice little apartment for him.
Yeah, this is the house right here.
Yeah, because I know we built that, and he was very happy because he didn't have to live in a tent anymore.
Like the harbor master from it says, "Oh, so what happened?" Yes. This is Smith and Solomon Company. We'd like to investigate. We'd like to invest in several boats in and out the area, if you don't mind. Ooh, well, this is interesting.
Yeah.
And almost for the first time in ages, he actually takes out his book and starts to chart things down.
Nice.
And after that, he sends the information to you, who actually built his house. And
we're effectively his boss now.
Yeah.
Okay. Did these people see the basically the loading and unloading method that we use?
Of course.
Where they basically have train cars that are brought. There's like train tracks alongside the docks and everything.
Let's just say this: they walked in, they looked at the entire operate. After they stopped by Enzo's bar for a day or two, they look at the entire operation. They were satisfied, and they spoke to the harbor master about having boats sent in and out.
Oh, nice. So we're going to need to expand.
This boat is pretty much not going to be the only boat anymore. I'm just too lazy to draw more.
Yeah, makes sense. As I said, I'm guessing right now we have like 2, maybe 3 docks.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to need more set up.
Yeah.
So we'll order additional construction. I guess we'll have to find materials from somewhere, but fortunately we at least have them. We can cover the metal, which we don't have a forest industry yet.
No, because you still didn't convince these guys that.
How is this town? Based on the information we're getting from our network, how's this area doing?
Decent. As long as this forest is still up and running.
Yeah.
They could chop wood for days as long as they.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, they're more neutral. Well, neutral to the point. The king still rules over them, but
yeah. You guys want to? Well, since we do, I wouldn't call them out of work. I'm assuming that our because I remember that we used to have some of the early Thunder Scout guys as the kind of transport between these 2 locations. And since we got the train now, which can just run almost 24/7, it and has much larger capacity. Those guys, I'm assuming, are, I wouldn't say hard up for work, but they're doing more courier work within the city. You guys want to take a second shot at trying to convince these guys to throw in with us instead?
Yes, because after all,
for grain and wood, basically for grain and wood production, we'll not exclusivity contract, but pick up a lot. Because currently, they're sending most of it to the east.
Yeah, to the east and to the kingdom.
So. Let's see if we can't at least eat up most of what the east has been absorbing, so we can absorb. Wholesale, kind of get the wholesale price for the wood production. So, well, I guess we'll drive down and check in on them.
Yeah. Before we go, I'm just going to collect the finest bottle of grain alcohol I have.
Yeah, I'll bring in samples of what was it, of the steel that we're producing. as well as I don't know if
like
I don't know if we have. I'm assuming we probably have at least some production of basic tools in the city with this new tool. So basically, a sample of hammers, farm equipment, axes, all of that stuff, as well as I will bring. I will bring out the mining. I'll bring out one of the mining drills because I should be able to plug it directly into my vehicle to kind of demonstrate this thing. And then maybe or should I develop a chainsaw? What do you guys think?
The chainsaw.
Yeah, a steam-powered chainsaw. You think I got the time, guys, to prep before that?
I think you do. They are.
I'll roll to try to basically adapt the mining drill design instead, change it so that it's basically a chainsaw.
All right, roll
30.
All right. Like it takes a very little effort, but you figure out like, oh, if I could just do this and this belt here.
Yep. Instead of the what was it, the output from the motor from the steam motor going directly off of the going directly into the drill, just put a little little it's not differential, it's basically just an angled gear. Just basically the gear just turns at 90 degrees. Then we got the chain. Then we got the flywheel for the chain.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name either.
Yep. So yeah, then I guess we'll drive down with our vehicle full of goodies.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you drive down to your vehicle for goodies and you head back into, I guess, the logging town that I didn't name yet.
The logging and farming village.
Yeah. You see a couple people locked up. You could just take a look at their eyes. They're enhanced by the succubi, and that's nothing changed.
Yeah.
Welcome to Oakvale.
Yeah.
Hello, my friends. Come to help us out.
In a sense, we'd actually like to try to make some deals with you.
Again?
Well, this time we don't come empty-handed. Our town our city is growing rapidly, and we're going to need a lot more wood.
Yep.
And
Springwood is taking off, but
we bring ways of making harvesting easier.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but we have brought some samples of the metals that we're refining out there, and he'll bring out, a scythe that's made with the newer steels.
Oh, what's this?
It's more durable and a bit sharper than the iron ones that most tend to work with.
It'll retain the edge longer.
You actually see some of the people that's actually trying to sharpen their edge just looking like, wait, what?
Yes, I take out a piece of paper and it's fucking razor sharp, just cuts right through it on this scythe.
The citizens are actually surprised and almost happy. How much? How much?
We'll basically be charging. I'm assuming since we're mass producing it, we'd be just under the cost for them to buy these things from a blacksmith.
So a bit of undersell?
Yeah, we'll undersell it a little bit. I mean, I'm assuming that our production costs are lower because we're using machinery to produce this stuff.
Exactly. We have the mechanical version of the kits at the Foxconn factory.
Well, again, we're treating our workers well because we're trying to convince people to join us.
Oh, the human workers, they're treated fine.
Yeah.
The halfling ones, they're not so much.
Oh, boy.
No, all the sentients are treated well. I'm a half-elf, remember.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, though it is nice having halflings around because they can reach the areas that are trickier to reach. Obviously, the machine is off when they are operating within it.
Because, oh good God, the amount of paperwork they'd have to deal with.
Yeah.
Why did you have the machine on?
So. As I'm assuming we probably brought a couple dozen of them at most.
Yeah,
You mentioned like hammers, scythes, axes, the chainsaw.
Hammer size,
yeah,
axes.
with
Well, the chainsaw's a prototype still, so
yeah,
that
pretty much with all the tools you brought that much more improved tools.
Yeah.
You make about this much, 160 gold. 176 gold.
Nice.
Total?
Nice. I'm guessing there was a bit of a bidding war that inadvertently started.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
The leader of it is like, that's actually impressive, to be honest.
Yeah. And then I'll then I guess. Oh, who is your master? Who is your leader of the loggers?
The person you're speaking to raises his hand like, that would be me.
Something else that I've recently come up with, based on my designs of a mining drill. It's unfortunately the machine still. I haven't come up with an easy way to power it. It's still a work in progress, but something I think you might find interesting. Please, can you take me to one of the more stubborn trees you guys have been having to deal with?
They take you to the forest and to a very old, very stiff tree.
And I'll basically
you actually can see like axes and things try to cut into it, but completely failing.
Yeah, I'll basically. I'm first going to check to make sure it's not, one of those. I think it's living steel trees.
It's not living on magical. It's just very stubborn.
Got it. So I'll tighten up the chainsaw and I'll go and I'll basically go to one of the.
Before he does that, I want to do a quick knowledge nature check. Do a quick walk around the tree, get an idea of like what it is, feel it out, and maybe get an idea of like where would be a good place to give us the least resistance.
Roll it.
8.
You don't feel. I'm looking for a 10. You don't feel the weakness of the tree.
Yep. I can always attempt it because I think I do also have knowledge nature, so. I'll do it when I'm doing the walk around. So what I'll do is I'll take one of the high pressure hoses. I'll hook it directly. It'll say, "Gentlemen, I'll walk over to who is the biggest."
Oh damn! Before you actually say anything.
Yeah. Oh, did our sorceress point out a weak point for me?
Not only she pointed out the weak point, she pointed out like, oh, geez, if you could just cut through here. The tree would go like that. In fact, I'll let Jim speak because
I point out how is fluid?
Yeah. So.
Now you may continue with him.
I'll go to the biggest, buffest lumberjack they have with one of our newer, steel axes. And I'll ask him, would you mind taking a couple of swings of that tree, see how far you can make it in... I'm assuming we've done some tests with this thing on some trees nearby, on some, tree simulations,
Yeah, pretty much some trees are on the way to the town,
Yeah, and I'm guessing that insert time here and see how far you can get in this amount of time.
Like, all right. Yeah. He takes on the not steel, the freaking iron axes.
Oh, I'm offering one of our nice new steel ones. It's sharper, tougher.
Like, I appreciate the steel one, but if this contest to be fair, I have to use my old axe.
Okay. Yeah.
And he wished he took in the iron axe because at about several swings, the iron axe pretty much is useless when it comes to cutting.
Got it. So the iron axe has been blunted completely.
Yeah.
It's not making any progress. And I'll go and I'm going to take off my jacket. I just kind of look, and they'll let me pull up this weird device with a hose hooked up to my vehicle, and they'll just kind of see me and go, just so everyone notices. I'm kind of do the whole, trying to do muscle man. I'm not a strong man. and then I'm going to walk over to that kind of weak point, and I'm going to start slicing into that tree with this chainsaw.
Like, thanks to Gym Pan, I'm not even going to have you attempt to roll because thanks to Gym Pan, thanks to notes, weakness detection, you could just literally slice through the tree like a hot knife through. Well, not butter, more like cheese, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. The only thing I would have is, because I'm doing it like, where you take the wedge out first, I'll probably have Kiri, just because he's strong, I'll say, just because I'm not a very strong man, Kiri, if you could remove the wedge from the tree, please.
Aye.
Yeah, and then, you hit it with an axe and pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I cut the rest of it off and it falls over. So these guys just saw this tree come down faster than they can cut down the smaller trees, probably.
And the whole lumberjack community, including the head lumberjack, is shock and awe.
Yep. Then I'll proceed to basically clean the tree. Obviously, I'm not an expert in this, but basically cut the branches off so we've got a nice big long log.
We just assume that the lumberjack that's trained in that help you out.
Yeah, just point it out. I'm just basically showing them what they could do with one of these chainsaws.
And I hand them some of the steel axes, so that way they could see like how easier it is to cut through like even some thick branches.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, the big band lumberjack actually switched over to the steel axe.
Yeah.
He don't want to use the iron axe for the contest. That's it.
Yeah. And then they'll also see me basically talk about how it's also easier to transport this log whole out of the forest, utilizing the same vehicle, the steam wagon. And sorry, it's not a chainsaw. I probably call it a steam saw, is what I'd probably be calling it.
Yep.
Or no. Everyone is. Everyone is pretty much surprised.
I'm going to call it a steam ripper.
Like, what's the steam ripper? How can we get one? How can we access?
Well, this is one of a kind currently as a prototype. I haven't developed a portable energy source for it yet, but
that's what we're working on now.
But you can plug it into one of these vehicles. For now, you probably could run 2, maybe 3 of them off of it.
What's these vehicles?
Steam wagon.
Is this magic?
There's magic that powers it, but otherwise it's all
mechanical.
The
kind of stuff that you guys could probably fix if you realize, oh, a flywheel's damaged. Let's just replace the flywheel. All right, she's good to go.
No, the only part of this that has any magic involved is this, and I kind of bang on the engine area. Just the thing that powers it. It doesn't require food or fuel. Just a small amount of magic every day, and he'll demonstrate, recharging it with one of those Everheat runes. Also water, but water is easy to come across.
Yeah, we just walk down for a couple of days to get some water. This road right here.
Yeah.
You think we should maybe introduce plans for rain catchers to help better officiate the collection of water?
Also, if we install a steam engine, we could drill a well and pump directly out of the ground.
Yeah, dig deep enough and you hit water.
Mm-hmm.
Or oil.
Well, we don't know what oil is yet.
Actually,
we probably
theoretically, would we know what oil is?
I might, but I would basically see it similar to tar pits and petroleum springs.
So we're basically more the kind of like whale oil as opposed to oil from the ground.
More than likely, yeah.
All right. Well, hey, drill deep enough and you get water.
Yeah. And I'm kind of leaning against my vehicle, and I've got an engineering school set up in the. What was the name of the town again that we've taken over?
Springwood.
Out in Springwood. We've got a bunch of our guys that run these vehicles that are mainly doing courier work right now for us. We're making sure they're keeping employed, but it's mainly busy work for them, stuff that can be handled by smaller carts in the city and animals. Or by just making a more efficient courier system. We could probably fix it by making a more efficient courier system instead of having a dozen of them have one unified system. AKA, I'm talking about making a postal service.
Let's set up the Pony Express.
Well, we probably call it the Steam Express.
Try to convince these guys with an advantage of 10.
Okay, diplomacy to and yeah, they got it. So 33.
You pretty much have to have an extension to your classroom because a lot of people are thinking about going up there to learn to do this, so it could make their lives easier going back to the forest.
We'll have them go up there for now. But what I'm considering is if there's if build a building down here to have basically an arboreal and mechanics school out here, basically a small branch, like kind of a small branch school, so we don't have to send them as far.
That would be good. Keep things local.
Yeah, keep things local. Not only that, we could also piggyback off of that a gearman's office.
Nice.
And then eventually expand it with the steam couriers. I think that's what we should call the organization, the steam couriers. So we can have letter transport, all that stuff. And then I'm thinking, just because of how the distances work, it'd probably be better if we directly hook these guys with a rail line up to the at some point up to there, instead of a direct rail line to us here. And then what I would do is I'd start convincing them to just kind of cancel sending their orders to these guys and instead send them up here, and any excess we'll sell overseas. We'll export.
The leader's like, I don't know. These are the biggest customers, and we still have to send things to the king.
That, and they probably have an existing contract that they gotta fill.
Exactly, especially for the royal family.
However,
of course,
but
I assume we've been lots of time to know that cancel the contract with the royal family means cancel your head.
Oh, I'm not talking about the royal family. I'm talking about the merchants up here. Finish out your contracts with them and then don't renew them. That same thing with the construction companies up in here. And since we are potentially providing you with it, and then also we'll have you sign a more exclusive contract with us. And I'll ask to actually see the original contracts they have.
He pulls out the pretty much he pulls out the book with the contract, was pretty much a dozen.
Okay. Are these guys screwing them a little bit? These guys up here screwing them a little bit?
Yeah, because they're just a poor minor town, and since they have a port up here, they can have exclusive rights to ship around the world.
Yeah. Whereas we're a competitor to them, so I'm thinking. And how long will these contracts last for? When do they need to be when do they need to start be re-upped?
Let's let the dice of destiny decide.
Yeah.
3 months.
Okay. You guys got it. So 3 months isn't too bad. So we definitely could say, and then I'll say, okay, I'm willing to offer you. And then, what are these guys doing? How are they selling it? Are they basically giving them just a flat rate for every, what was it? Is it a yard? Is it a yard of
flat rates plus minus world delivery fees? If let's say someone else from like one of the other cities, I forgot what. Let's say someone else from Silver City, which is actually a town I'll actually created, but Silver City requests lumber than that they chop off for port fees.
Okay, I'm assuming that I could probably use my knowledge engineering for mathematics, correct?
Yeah.
Could I calculate the cost? Okay, because I know that we're paying our guys up here I think it's like 2 gold a week.
Yeah.
Our gearman, which is for unskilled labor, is pretty damn good, and I think even for skilled labor is also pretty good. Let me check the profession skill.
I'm pretty sure that basically we're like introducing a new millionaire class, effectively.
We're developing a middle class.
Upper, definitely.
Yeah. So here we go.
Basically, they sold these guys like 5 silver minus delivery cost.
Okay, got it. Yeah,
minus delivery cost, and it's worldwide minus shipping cost.
What I will offer them instead is basically we will pay them a bit higher of a flat rate than what these guys are paying for any wood that goes outside of our organization. So basically, if we sell the wood, they also get a percentage of the profits. I'm also offering that on top of it.
Okay, so basically, we pay them initially for the resources.
Yep, and then they get a commission. They also get a small commission. They get a small commission with it. So if they get their pay, and if it doesn't sell too well, they still get a little bit. But if there's a shortage or people are buying it for a higher price, they get a higher percentage. And this is the end price when we export it. And any wood we buy for what we call internal construction projects, we'll pay them a 20% profit over an additional 20% over the flat cost. And we'll cover transportation. We won't charge them transportation costs at all. We'll handle that ourselves.
All right. I'm going to ask you a one at this point, only if you don't. The only way you fail if you roll on that one. So diplomacy check.
So diplomacy, which is 11. 26.
Well, that's not on that one. That's one.
Yeah. If there was any bonus, that would add to that 26.
But yeah, like they pretty much the loggers and the lumberjacks convinced us like, okay, we're not going to renew the contracts.
And instead,
just make sure you have our contract. Make the new contract within the next 3 months, or we're going to be out of a job.
The next day, I will come with a written contract.
I assume your not alchemist, what you call it, friends, going to help you design the contract.
Oh, but I'll put a couple of sneaky things in there. It'll be, as I said, it's going to be an exclusivity contract, so that they can't sell to anyone, with obvious exception of the king, because we need to put that in there to keep the king from coming after us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be in bold uppercase.
Yeah.
With 3 exclamation points.
Yep.
They're actually smart enough to read the contract, like to make sure it says that you can still deliver to the king.
And you're also required to deliver to the king. I would also put in there would be promises of investment to set up a steam powered sawmill in this town. Given time, basically, I'm saying within the next 2 to 3 years. Just to give me a nice big window to design it in case other things come up.
That would drastically increase the efficiency of making wheat. Actually grinding the wheat.
Yep. Offers of basically as long as they do an apprenticeship in the factories, the school costs are the cost of the school is waived. Right. And they'll also be paid. They'll be paid at albeit a lesser rate than somebody who's completed the schooling in the factory. Basically, it's enough. We pay them enough so that it covers their living costs while they're in the city. And
it could also act as an incentive to get them educated.
Yeah, basically. So they get a small stipend from their job, and they also they both go to classes and then work in the factory for a time. A percentage of their pay from the factory is cut to cover the last bit of the educational costs. And then they can choose. They can either continue at the factory or return home. So basically, that's what we're doing. We're basically offering education and things like that.
And if they choose to stay at the factory, they end up making a little bit more than they did before.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, if those want to stay up in the city and work in the factories, they have that option. Because the factories are, again, pretty much self-sufficient at this point for their workers.
Oh. Yeah. Will, just had a thought.
Yes?
The steam wagons. You think we could make them replace the donkey plows? Expand the farm?
They're a little tricky on. Mine is modified, as you know. But the problem with a lot of them is they are unstable on uneven ground. There is another vehicle that I have designs for. A couple of my couple of my students have taken these designs and they're having a lot of fun with them. They call them thunder cycles. They're fast. Good for scouting.
Do you think these things could be repurposed in some manner to act as like?
I might be able to redesign them into a slower but tougher, but into a plow-like vehicle.
Yeah, so that way instead of relying on like one plow and one donkey, you could maybe have like 3, 4, 5, 6, who knows how many plows going at once. Drastically expand the amount that you can get with the weeds or the crops or whatever it is you wish. Make more money and better.
Yeah, those will have to be designed a given time. I would also since we got the nice deal with the lumberjacks, I'm going to go to the farmers of this town and convince them once their contracts are up with this city to instead use our mill up here to ship the grain to us instead, with similar promises, better pay, a percentage commission, not a big percentage, at 10% of the profits.
The farmers pretty much says as long as you give us the same contract similar to the lumberjack guild, we'll have a deal.
Oh yeah.
Their contracts, I'll say their contracts end in 4 months.
Yeah. So yeah, and what I would say is also kind of an under the table agreement with these guys. Basically say, hey, since we will be providing you in the meantime with better equipment, any excess production, send it our way, and we'll honor the contract early for the stuff we do get.
They know. I was like,
yeah,
very well.
Yep.
We don't like those rich new assholes anyway.
Yep. So. Yep. And then, as I said, then I guess I'll start designing that new vehicle. That's a derivative of the Thunder Cycle. Where is it? Vehicles, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, the Thunder Cycle is a large vehicle. So, if I remember right, aren't donkeys medium-sized creatures, or are they large?
They're medium-sized, I think.
Yeah, and I know oxen. Yeah, so. Well, these things don't need to rest because they just need somebody to repower them once a day.
So that already right there reduces some of the expenses of the farmers.
Yep. Obviously, these things would be unarmored, and they're going to be much slower.
We don't need them to be fast.
Yeah.
Plus, if they're slow, that way the farmers can say, okay, there's a bit of hard territory. Let's maybe make a little bit of an adjustment.
And obviously, we'll also look into modifying modifying the steam wagon. Make a steam wagon variant at some point for like a combine harvester, but for now, let's go the plow.
Yeah.
So
something simple.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm thinking it's like basically. Ty, would it be possible for me to modify the concept and just swap out a few of the standard features?
It could be.
I'm assuming craft engineering or craft machinery check.
Yeah, make me a crafting check. Yeah. What if advantage since you actually create?
You already know the plan, so you have a decent idea what has to be done.
Yeah. 38. I'm assuming it was a +5 advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So what I'm planning on doing with this vehicle, I'm going to cut the speed in half to speed 30, which is the walking, which is the kind of which is the movement speed of a human. So its speed is going to be cut in half. It will keep its all-terrain ability because I'm basically making a tractor. I'm going to drop its armor entirely because it doesn't need armor. And I'm also going to drop maneuverability. Just because, again, it's a tractor. It doesn't need to be super maneuverable. It just goes in a line, then turns. And let's see. So, we drop those features. And then what I would say we should grab it should get increased hauling just so it can better pull things.
So, increasing the torque.
Yeah, basically we're increasing the torque. And it's already all terrain, so it can handle
uneven terrain.
Yeah, fairly easily. 2 square. It can ignore up to 2 squares difficult terrain per turn, as if they were normal terrain. So you can still keep moving. And not only that, but I think these vehicles could be. And I'm also thinking another upgrade would be some sort of. We'd have to house rule a little bit, but like a modular upgrade. so it can more easily take on different trailer types. Like you have like the plow trailer type. Eventually, we can have a cedar. Because the thing is, initially, it's gonna be easy to do the plow trailer type because it's just putting 3 plows together. Or am I crazy thinking that?
No.
Yeah, 3 plows together.
Yeah.
Yep. And then obviously we'll upgrade it later with a cedar upgrade.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
these days tractors can go with like 10, 12 plows.
Yeah. For now, but I'm also thinking that this would also be very good for the logging industry because these things are going to be a lot smaller than the steam wagons. They can get into trickier areas,
So
and if you need them to move more stuff, you just put 2 of them together.
Yeah, that way they can add sleds to them, and they can start moving the hulls.
Yeah. Basically, we set up sleds, sleds to give them some slight advantage when moving. So what we'll call these is we'll call these steam oxes. These will be steam oxes.
Mm-hmm.
Steam oxen. Yep. So yeah, we'll start developing them. Obviously, the first ones are going to require, because we don't have the specialized engine, they're going to need to be cared for by Thunder Scouts. But I'm assuming we can make level 1 Thunder Scouts out of that town pretty easily.
Shouldn't be too hard. Even if it's only like a handful or a dozen or 2.
Yeah,
that should be enough.
Yeah, and again, we also with the modularity that will make it easier instead of me having to do the field modification to hook in the pipes for the for the steam saws, the steam rippers. Hell, these things could even potentially be deployed. A modified version could be deployed into the mines now too, given time, to pull the mine carts more easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Or we could actually have it be like a driller in front as well.
Yep, that would be actually. There is a vehicle that does that. Fun fact that already exists. Yeah, it's a more advanced one. So I'm thinking basically that's how I could describe going to the more advanced one. Just we use this as the basis. So I'm assuming we can get a couple with the amount of engineers that I've got now. We can start getting a couple of these produced, at least for the logging industry, over the next few months. Ty?
Yep.
Okay, good. Yep. And then I guess that's how we'll start getting in more wood, and we'll start getting more construction because we're going to need a lot more construction to get those docks up and get those docks made bigger.
So I'll say, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 months you have, the contracts run out, and okay, you might have 2 problems at this point. One, now the contracts run out, a couple of businesses are, let's just say, not happy, and it's pretty much out for your guy's head. But on the flip side, you actually do find out where the Succubuses are hiding, ironically in plain sight.
Where?
It's a different town. It's a different not different town, a different kingdom. Well, not kingdom. Well, I guess Eleanor will explain since she's from there.
Okay.
Like, it's not a kingdom. It's a land ruled by Lady Cole, the healing member of the Sorcerer Council. It's a land where monsters and humans can get along in peace and tranquility.
Oh.
The town's name is Hope Valley, and couple of months sailing journey, and you could get there. I recognize that town since that's where I'm from. Chances are they're going to be in Hope Valley West. There's only one problem. That place is loaded. That whole land is loaded with palace. They don't have a basic guard.
Okay.
Hello?
Got it. So make sure to wear your mind shield rings.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be wearing our mind shield rings. We won't tell her that. So, in my character's case, he's got a very nice pinky ring.
Like, I
What,
would go with you, but I don't want to piss off Cole. Lady Cole.
Okay, stay here and keep doing your innovations.
Of
The school's
course.
doing great, and the alchemy program is doing better than I ever expected. Unfortunately, my knowledge of alchemy is somewhat limited, though I've got a few theories that I've been working on that might help me understand it better.
I wish you the best of luck. You need it.
Yep, I'll give a little head nod, and I guess we'll load up and we'll move out. We'll load up our vehicle with equipment, and I guess we have to go there via boat.
Yep.
Got it. So we'll just stow my steam wagon on the boat.
All right.
And then head out.
A couple months later, you arrive.
Oh, also one thing before I left that I would have wanted to do just to make sure it's secure.
What?
I'm assuming that we are slowly expanding the Gearmen as well, the militia. I'm going to make sure that those guys start setting up a little outpost and barracks down in that logging town to basically head off any sabotage attempts.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's actually a good idea because I was about to do some evil behind your back.
Yeah.
But welcome to Hope Valley.
Yep.
In Pathfinder and D&D, paranoia is a virtue.
Oh yeah, we're evil. We're evil characters trying to basically subvert this kingdom. We're doing it through the underworld and the economy currently.
Even if you're playing a good campaign, paranoia is still a good virtue.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're paranoid. And as I said, we've got some of our best gearmen down there training up the local militias, sending down equipment. I'm just doing continued designs. As I said, I'm assuming we've gotten a couple of prototypes of those vehicles down there.
Yeah.
A couple of loggers and one or two.
Yeah, like I said, it's been a few months. That's the reason I rolled D4 to see how long it takes before information gets to you guys.
You got it. So, yep. And then, as I said, we've also secured our food. We also increased our food supply significantly in that city. We've got a mill. I know that much, so we can definitely ship flour overseas.
And that way, we also can have extra for reserves in case of a bad season.
Oh yeah. Reserve. Well, we'll start building massive reserves. Look into canning, things like that. Since metal is becoming, I'm assuming every day metal becomes cheaper for us.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're gonna have to do metal canning. I'm assuming I'm gonna need alchemy to pull that one off, though.
Yeah. So you have to help. Yeah. You have to help. You have to have Eleanor help with that.
Yeah. Well, eventually my own alchemy, but yeah. So yeah. Once we figure out better preservatives than just salt, canning becomes more efficient.
Anyway, you sail for Hope Valley. You see a orc dockmaster. Like this town is actually populated with orcs, humans, goblins. Like aye. It's a little early for a wood run. Yes, this is the town. This is one of the towns you shipped to.
Got it. Yeah. So basically, they would see. I'm assuming that they've heard stories of steam wagons since we haven't shipped them, and they see this weird wagon being, craned off this thing from the lower decks.
Like, ooh, is that one of those steam wagons I've been hearing about?
Yes, I'm the inventor of them.
Ah, well, welcome to Hope Valley.
Thank you.
Like, you can't go. Our warning says you're new here. You can't go to this town because this is the training ground. But you go to this town here, and here. And of course, if you want to visit Our Lady Sayla, you could just visit the castle right here.
You're breaking up.
Okay. You can't go to this town here. These are where the paladins train at.
Okay.
We'll avoid it.
So, observe from distance.
Yep.
Like this town is Hope West. this is Hope East, and this is Hope North.
And where did we hear the succubuses were hiding?
Right here. Right here.
Got it. So I guess we'll just, I would have packed up just a bunch of, stuff, random things for us to sell. Boxes of pamphlets to try to. I'm just trying to spread the ideas, spread technology, make everyone's lives better. So obviously, I probably should roll another artistry philosophy to see if I get any better at writing these things.
Well, go ahead. You have about 6 months, about 4 months.
25.
And 4 months, you actually get better writing.
Yep, I've refined it better, and we just start printing off the newest editions. Talking about the importance of that technology can bring. That magic, while a time-honored tradition has its limits. We're starting to, slowly starting to put in the whole, magic has issues kind of thing in there.
Like I said, it's going to be a little trickier because you're visiting a completely new kingdom. Well, completely new land.
Yeah.
This is a kingdom.
Yeah, as I said, basically I've got, crates in the back of the trailer of these pamphlets. And then, and obviously we'll leave, a small stack of them at the local Adventurers Guild.
All right.
As well as, pamphlets of, come to, Springwood. Come to Springwood, educational opportunities, advanced technology, the wonders of the future, stuff like that. Very World's Fairy.
Anyway, welcome to Hope West.
Welcome to the 1967 Chicago World Fair.
I was thinking more 1890s World Fairs.
Like, as you walk around, you see, obviously, there's a world city.
This is Hope South or West?
West.
West, okay.
Okay. This is where the succubuses are hiding?
Yep.
Wouldn't this be Hope East? Because it was on the east side?
No, remember, Hope... I didn't design this town for what, but yeah, I marked this as Hope West.
Mm-hmm.
Hope East is a freaking is a paladin training ground, so you're not allowed in there unless you're signing up to be a paladin.
Okay, got it. So whatever, we'll figure it out. I just thought some weird name. It's just not some weird naming convention. So we'll drive down here and we'll start looking for clues.
All right, well, start looking for clues.
Yep.
These obviously these are the housing districts. This is the church. These are windmills. These are the magic generators that run them. Sorry, these are magic generators that run them.
Yeah.
This, of course, is the windmill that powers the town.
Yeah.
And this is the mayor's office.
We'll avoid that. I'll for now go to is there an are there multiple adventuring guild buildings in this town, or just one main one that's also kind of
multiple, like around here?
Are there any in like the mercantile or industrial districts?
This is the closest one because this is pretty much the food district.
Got it. They don't have. I'm guessing they don't have a very heavy merchant district out here, or
no. They pretty much all ship out.
Got it. So they import most of their stuff.
Yeah, with the exception of food for obvious reasons.
Got it. For now, I'm going to try to go to the largest market area and look for any major. Are there any major trading companies set up here?
All right, this is the major market area.
Yeah,
major train companies. Pretty much middle of the road, like.
Got it. Regional guys.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll go out here and because the thing is, merchants tend to have really good networks of information.
All right.
Coin.
Second.
If you got the coin.
Well, what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to also distribute catalogs of basically what we produce in our town, as well as grades of steel. It's a combination advertisement and catalog, and I'll start handing those out to the various trade guys here.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the merchants recognize your name. Well, recognize the wood you ship.
Yeah.
They,
I mean, steel. Well, metal is what we've been known for up to this point. The wood is only more recent.
all right, they recognize the metal you ship. Like, oh, you're the person who makes who makes the upgraded metal. Thank you very much. It make our job way easier.
Yes, we're also doing We're also doing manufacturing with the metals now too. Various tools for farming and things like that. And we've made a recent partnership with nearby logging and farming community to expand our catalog. And I'll show them like a coming soon section of just like grades of wood kind of thing. Cut into various they can either be in log form or cut into various woods, various sizes. The 2x4s, 2x6s, stuff like that.
This is very interesting. You see a couple orcs and hobgoblins walking around and actually looking at the freaking kayak like, we can actually use this.
Yeah.
Thank you. What's your name, by the way?
William Shadowspark, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too, Mr. William. And he says his name. I'll make up the name later on, but yeah.
Oh yeah, let's see. Let me quickly check. I think I've got.
But yeah, it's usually like local, like anything from local shops to local pizzerias. You pretty much find it here.
Oh yeah,
there isn't no main like hub because all of it's magical and pretty much not even if this land accepts monsters, the world exactly doesn't yet.
Yeah.
Hello?
I'm still here. Sorry, I'm just I just kind of want to I try to find it.
Yeah,
there was a really good one. There was basically I would imagine that the propaganda that I'm developing is fairly similar in styling to like Soviet industrial propaganda. So stylized humanoid that is using the what was it? The gear spanner, which is the signature wrench that my guys use for tightening pipes and things like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm going to start also setting those things up at various places where you're allowed to post things. Basically, kind of explaining the virtues, and I'll also have an area handwriting in there. Pick up a local pamphlet for more information and then I can just handwrite in the name of the local tavern that's willing to accept it, or the local adventurers guild. Again, I'm basically doing marketing to try to get more people to come. Along with talking with these merchants, trying to get the guilds set up. Get more connections made.
Convince them.
Yep.
Diplomacy.
Yep, diplomacy, just to convince them to start buying from us instead of others. 29.
You make a good deal. All right.
Yep. Convince them to start ordering from our catalog. And things like that.
Like, all right. All right. Yep. All right. This is pretty much fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the thing is, the catalog, it has basically numbers and pricing for everything in it. Obviously, the coming soon stuff only has numbers and pricing to be determined at a later point, kind of thing. As well as there's also an example in the back of it of an order form that they can go to any local printer to have replicated, so that we're making it a lot easier for people to order things.
I had to go to the mayor because he's the only one with the printers.
Yeah, I mean, they can obviously make a hand version of it.
All right.
Basically, it's just one of those things like, this is the format we want you to put it in. Your name here, your location, name of preferred courier company to get the message back to you, things like that.
And speaks of preferred, I'll be right back real quick. I got jab myself. I got to do my 3 times a week jab.
Oh boy.
But 3 times a day jab.
Oh boy.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never understand how freaking what do they call it? Do this. I have to do it in my
Diabetics.
house, but yeah, that's it.
Diabetics.
Yeah, diabetics. Yep.
I'm not diabetic. I'm just making sure I don't have to go back to the hospital because my stomach is whispering again.
Oh,
Anyway, I'll
boy.
be right back.
No problem. But yeah, as I said, the idea is we want to try to. I'm trying to engage what's called brain drain.
Yeah, basically, like you're trying to like draw away their the companies there because it goes, there's
Well, not only that, but just talented individuals. Talented individuals. As well as people. People that they've got some talent, but they're kind of just like a little bit above the average Joe. But they could be taught into factory work and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, because remember, over time we're going to be once we develop the protective equipment to go through the mountains and into the wastelands, we'll go check out that other mine and see how hard it would be to set up find like a nearby protected area to set up a Frostpunk style city.
Yup.
Because it's Frostpunk, yo.
Yup.
Yeah.
All of these, and again, we get our ideas spread as well.
Mm-hmm.
And because we now have a proper alchemist kind of on our side, we'll slowly continue to convert her to our cause.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, she lost her. We killed the angel on her shoulder. We just got to become the devil on her shoulder instead.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, with a sawmill, we should be able to, with efficient sawmill producing boards and things like that, stuff that normally would be quite expensive to produce in this era.
Mm-hmm.
Should also lead to a boom in construction.
That it should.
Yep. Yep. We was it remember right? If each log is probably cut into a specific size, that would make it useful for basically you cut the big square bit out of the center of it, then you take the extra bits and try to cut those down into something useful. Just to use as much of the wood as possible. We should also try to get some druids on our side to help with replanting and regrowing of the forest, so we don't overlog. Yeah, one of the things I'm going to be doing eventually is a profession farmer. So I could kind of argue that I have advanced agricultural knowledge because we're going to need it to set up hothouses up in the frozen territories. Because we should not make ourselves reliant on food imports. That's a bad idea.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. So.
Welcome back.
All right, so you convinced most of the merchants that
start ordering from the catalog.
Yeah. You still have the local populace and the church if you want to stop by there.
I want to avoid the churches. Local populace, I mean, I could kind of go around the... I wouldn't call it... I don't want to walk around like the complete slums destitute, because those are usually harder... even though those would give us bodies, we're trying to look for quality individuals. I'm thinking we walk around...
You actually notice there's actually no basically ghetto in this town.
Wow.
It's pretty much as clean as you could. It's pretty much as middle class clean as you could get.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to convince people to move then.
Say again?
It's gonna be hard to convince people to move then. I guess I'll just continue to spread that information. I'll talk at some inns with people that seem interested.
Yeah.
And just
That might be our best bet.
Yep. As I said again, posting those propaganda posters where I can.
All right. As you walk around, you actually see someone. Well, okay, the entire town's full of paladins. You actually see someone walk around with someone. You actually see a nun, like a sister, walk around with a paladin that pretty much knows what they're doing. And the town members bow to them. Her.
One in Rome.
Yep. I'll give a little head bow out of respect.
You must be new here. How are you doing?
Doing just fine, ma'am.
Good.
Just making connections with the local merchants to try to grow my business overseas.
Someone actually wants to conversate with monsters and humans. I would you're very much welcome here.
Many consider me very cosmopolitan in that. I speak many languages.
My title name is Sister Heart. Thank you for helping Thank you for helping out the little town.
What race is she?
Straight up human.
Got it.
You see around her a gun. You see around here, like to her flank, some imps, some goblins, and roll me not an investigation check, but see if you can actually spot something.
Perception?
Yep. All of you.
15. I did not do well.
8.
I'm at 1.
And let me
You see two monsters. You see two people you cannot identify.
Hold on. There was somebody who might be able to roll as well. My familiar.
Try it.
Let's see. An owl has a perception of 10. So Archimedes may notice something. I think Archimedes noticed something.
Yep, she knows something. She knows something is trying to peck at you, like.
Well, remember, it's a mechanical owl. It's a he as well, Archimedes. So yeah. Yep, my clockwork owl. He's a familiar, so he's sentient in a sense. I can't remember the specialties of familiars. They're kind of weird. Yeah, he's 5th level, so yeah, he has a special. He can speak with Master.
All right, he whispers to you, "Those are them."
The paladin and the
the succubus sisters are with Sister Heart.
Well, they are with her.
Yeah.
Yes. They're probably manipulating her in some way. And I'm just not going to say anything. Just going to keep smiling.
Like the succubus looked at you like almost murder in their eyes, but they can't do anything because there's a paladin literally in arm's reach of them.
Yep.
I'm just smiling. Yep. And waving.
Yep. And I'll say, and I'll also be talking with the sister because, hey, normally I only hand these out to merchants, and I'll pull out one of my pamphlets. In case your church ever, I don't know if your church does production of its weaponry within itself, or if it orders from outside. But we have prices on the various metals we produce, and I brought samples of them as well with me.
I wish we could help you, but the paladin order usually guards our church and the whole city, for that matter. You will roll me a history check.
Let's see. I think I've got history.
You want a grilled cheese?
Yes. I put 1 into pretty much each of them because it is useful to have at some point. 20. That's fairly esoteric knowledge. Not quite super esoteric, though.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, you don't have anything in it, do you, Kiri?
Nope.
As a skill? Got it. He can only get a DC 10 then.
Yeah.
So basic knowledge.
Yeah, but that's basic. But basic
knowledge. Yeah, knowledge history.
Enough.
So you might.
Yeah,
you
but basic knowledge is good enough.
Yeah.
6.
Yep. So 19.
Okay. All right, Veb and William, you remember that this entire land is pretty much the training ground for the new paladins.
I thought
so. Pretty much every paladin here, except for the one with Sister Heart, is a rookie.
Got it. Understood. So that explains why they could hide so well, because they so. And the people and those sisters, what forms are they currently hiding in?
They're hiding in plain sight. Well, obviously in none uniforms, but
yeah,
like but the
everyone to spot is like, yeah, hey, there's a succubus right there.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
well, I'm thinking
they're not even hiding. Okay.
Yeah, but there's a town full of monsters, so
yeah. They probably took on the form of either what was it? I'm forgetting what it's called. Tieflings. They've either kind of taken on a form similar to a tiefling, or they have used some sort of powers to just make themselves look human. I'm guessing, or as some other monster.
Yeah.
And they are like attendants to the sister, or they're pretending to be sisters.
They're attendants to the sister.
Okay, and I say, then I'll say, are you? Well, are you? I mean, I would love to get a connection with the church sister. I mean, basically, he's acting like a merchant right now. I even have cold iron with me, and I know that's a favored. I know it's a favored material for my many paladin orders when they're fighting the dark forces.
Cold iron would be very beneficial.
Yep, I'll go in the back and I'll pull out 3 ingots, hand 1 to the sister, and then offer 1 to each of the attendants.
The attendants slowly back away, like, that's all right, sister. I believe him. Yeah, we believe him.
Oh, but this has been using a new refining method, making it a little bit tougher than the traditional stuff, as well as a bit more efficient in its production. Please feel the weight.
Yes, but we're not fighters. We're just attendants to the sister. Yes, we can't swing a sword to save our lives. But the Lord Paladin here can help with that. Can you? Of course.
I'll pull out a 4th ingot and hand that to him, and still hold the other 2 out to them. Please, I want to hear from a normal person what they think of this cold iron. I've heard plenty from clerics and from blacksmiths, but I like to hear what the everyman has to think about these.
Very well. You can assume the older sister grabs it, and obviously you can see the look squinting on her face, but she sexes up to an extent. Let me actually roll her what's it called check.
Yep. I mean, it's not going to be like burning her, but it's not going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Did we pick up any holy water on our way, by the way? Yep.
Yeah, she literally sucks it up. Obviously, you're squinting in pain, but other than that, she's like, "This is a very nice sword." Yeah.
And one of its advantages, and I'm assuming we can have at least a little bit of holy water in the vehicle. Always good to have that for evil.
I assume that was. I assume that.
Yeah, we kind of said we were packing shop.
Yeah, we're packing up a lot of stuff, so we got some holy water. I'll take out a bottle of holy water, and I'll walk up to the sister holding the sword, and going like, and also one of the braided the surface in such ways as to better hold on to holy water. Watch. I'll basically open it and pour it, but make a mistake.
I believe you, Sir Merchant. I believe you.
Yeah. And then, I'm basically I'm not listening to her. I'm just kind of holding the sword so that, but I'm going to kind of a whoops moment and it pours onto her hands.
I'm not going to have a fortune check. I'm going to have a damage check.
Yeah.
What's Holy War's damage?
It's not a lot.
I think it's like D6 or something.
Max level, so.
Here we go. 2d4 damage to undead or evil outsiders.
I'll just take the 6.
Yep, so she just took 6 damage to her hands of holy water. So it's basically like smoke, probably burning off of her.
I believe her. I believe you. Are you right, Sister Lilith? I'm fine.
Interesting. And I'll pour a little bit of the holy water on my hands. I never had that react my way. I've only heard that should happen with undead and evil outsiders.
Sister Lilith, are you sure everything's all right? Yeah. I'm just thinking about my younger sister who's out on sabbatical right now. Let's bring the word of our church.
I'm surprised that the main sister here is not freaking out, because one of her attendants literally, in a sense, just popped.
No, she's more she's more calmer than that, but she's not. As
I'm talking about the actual church sister, which you said it was her attendants that were the succubus.
Yeah. That's what I mean. She's calm, but she's not. But her mood has changed from, "Hey, thank you for coming," to "What have you actually been up to?" It's not we're fine, sister. We're just worried about our sister. The ones who we report back descending from to spreading the word of our church. I don't even know if I could.
Oh, sister, I nearly forgot something else we've been looking into recently. We've recently had an alchemist that threw in with us. She had a very unfortunate event happen with her where her friend was captured by a succubus and killed. She's developed, and I'm assuming we probably have at least one of these sample bombs with us.
Obviously.
Yeah.
She developed this, and I'll hand it to the sister.
The church sister?
The actual church sister.
Yeah, she hands it to the senior paladin, wait, this is interesting.
And you said this doesn't hurt normal people, correct?
Yeah, it only hurts undead and evil creatures.
Yeah, evil outsiders. Yes, amazing little innovation. One of the nice things about it is that it doesn't hurt normal people. Watch! Throws it at the ground to set it off.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Obviously, all the monsters run away, but the sisters can't. So
yeah, well, it's kind of like I'm guessing like a flashbang going off. So a lot of people who have like dark vision are like, oh god, my eyes. Sorry.
Crap.
Just trying to make a sound.
Yep.
Both the succubus sisters take 45 points of damage.
Jesus. I'm assuming whatever illusions they were using probably broke with all that damage.
Oh yeah, they're pretty much straight up succubuses now.
Yep, and then you quick draw the and basically get in between myself and the sister, kind of try to back her away with my rifle.
I then immediately get between the William and the sister, saying, "Get behind me!"
Yeah.
Who are you? What do you want?
And I'm
we just want to split the church.
You really should have gone to ground, you two. And then I'm going to fire at the older sister with one of the poison bullets. So we're going to roll that.
Why don't you put the sisters up? Yeah. And then drop the damage, of course.
Yeah, so pitted bullet is always fun. So again, I'm also using that special poison for succubuses. Succubi. Where are you? 7 plus 1. I don't care about causing damage because what I'm just trying to do is get the poison into them. So I'm not going to, do deadly aim on this. 14 versus, I'm assuming, flat-foot touch.
That hits.
Yep. I did not do the overcharge of the rifle, so it's just the base damage of that, which is... Okay, so it's going to be Firearms Pathfinder. I keep forgetting to... Okay, so it's going to be this one. So it doesn't do a lot of damage, but again, these are also, just so you know, these are cold iron pitted bullets, so they still have the cold iron effect to be able to bypass their DR. It's going to be a D8 /R1D8. So it only does 3 damage, but it does introduce the poison into her bloodstream.
Give me 1 second.
Do you want us to put our tokens down?
Yeah, because they're going to start to fight. They're going to start to fight you.
Yeah.
Mittens, guard the sister, no matter the cost.
Well.
And then I'll be
behind me.
Kind of off to the side, actually. Easier shot. Is this the older sister right here?
No, this is the older sister.
Okay, got it. So yeah, I got a good shot off on her.
Thanks. Now I'm just saying up there, damn, what you call it.
I don't know how long she's going to be able to last with that poison in her. Because remember, it's meant to knock them out. So, initiative?
Yep.
Damn. Perception? What the?
So this is a perception in that.
I don't know how I'll fix it a little bit because I'm pretty sure I had mixture rolls in there.
Yeah.
And why is this guy on the list? There we go. All right, everyone's all good?
I got to add us in, but yeah.
Oh. Well, technically you are, and it's just, I guess you got to upgrade your sheet.
No, it's just we don't see ourselves in the turn order.
Yeah, you got to add us to the turn order. Yeah, we manually roll.
So let me just delete you and add you in. Yeah, because I'm from my end, I can see you perfectly, but
yeah. And then we got one more with our good buddy Feb.
I'm not riding Mittens. As such, Mittens gets her own initiative turn.
Yep. So Veb needs his own sheet.
oh wait, sorry, I actually put the sister in the next role. My bad.
Well, she'd probably have some sort of say. Confusion, going, what the fuck?
Well, one has been poisoned. I don't know how effective the poison is. We're about to find out.
I meant like the church sister.
Yeah. Oh, got it. Yeah.
Fuck, I'll give her a destroy roll.
So this one has been poisoned. So
Yeah.
I kind of left it up to you how effective it was going to be, Ty. So
Yeah, that's the mark that said the poison.
got it. I'm guessing it's just a clock before it takes effect.
Yeah. Like every turn I roll 1d10 to see how bad the poison is.
Got it. So this one's unaffected, so I'm going to try to get the poison into her next.
Right? Like, Red goes first. Right? The middle sister goes first. Looks at Vep and just like, you're the one who tried to kidnap our sister. Wait, kidnap? What's going on?
What? No.
Oh, damn.
Damn. You got lucky there, man.
Lay goes next. And decides to do... What's the technique again? She's trying to embrace you.
Charm?
Yep. Use the diplomacy bonus instead of athletics. The creature is willing. That's simply this grapple is automatic.
Oh. So do I roll wisdom save or?
I'll have to check.
Yep.
So I'll roll diplomacy against yours and...
So I'm to roll diplomacy and try and combat? See who's higher?
Yeah, for now.
Let's see. I don't think it's diplomacy. I think it'd be a will save.
Yeah, will save versus her diplomacy.
Oh, will save.
Yeah.
That's a weird save.
Yeah.
add that to what you rolled.
Okay, so add how much to the 13?
You have a +1 will save.
+1 will, yes.
Damn.
So 6 down.
So add 6?
No,
No,
you six total. Your original was a 5, and you should have been a +1 modifier. Unfortunately, you don't have the strongest of wills.
That was initially when I thought diplomacy.
Yeah.
Saving throw will.
Okay, here we go. Are Ty, are you trying to do energy drain?
Yeah, that'll be on the next turn if it succeeds. Right now, she's trying to get Web on her side. Since you know the paladin will be against her.
Yeah.
Okay, a succubus attempts to grapple a creature using their diplomacy bonus instead of their athletics. If the creature is willing, the succubus grapples is automatic.
Definitely
So
not
it's pretty
willing.
much she's trying to grapple you.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to seduce me.
But of course I am. Obviously, next turn I have to break the grapple, or bad things are going to happen. And since her turn sprint is over,
Okay.
so I take another 4 damage.
Okay.
Take 4 damage.
I think she takes 4 damage.
Yeah, she takes 4 damage for the poison.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's non-lethal damage.
Non-lethal, yeah.
Yeah, we're trying not to kill them. We're trying to capture them and keep them unconscious for an extended period.
Like William, is your go.
I'm gonna 5-foot step, and then basically just gonna use move action to get an extra +1. I'm just gonna put another round in her back of this stuff.
Take the thought out, please.
19 versus touch.
Hits.
Another 6, and this would be lethal damage, but she also has a second dose of poison in her.
Excellent.
I don't know how long she's going to last.
Yeah, so next turn she's going to be rolling 2d10 of poison damage.
Yeah. Veb, get away from her!
Veb, try to break the grapple.
Snap into a Slim Jim, pop into a rage, and roll a strength check to get out.
Yeah.
Please work. Damn it!
Looking for a little bit higher, huh?
Yeah. Shit. I wish the system had inspiration.
Yeah.
I'd end up burning it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can still check close range, but
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to attack. Okay, you don't want her dead. Okay, I'll try and knock her out.
You'd be at a -4 if you're trying to do. Okay, I'm not worried about too much lethal damage. Because they've already taken quite a bit. Would also have to override their constitution. Just go for the lethal damage, and hopefully we meet. Because if non-lethal damage equals to or exceeds current HP, the creature falls unconscious. So just keep doing lethal damage. We're just going to kind of combine the 2 damages together.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Nope. That ain't going to hit.
Nope.
Well, you got a horse that might be able to help you.
Yes. And since she started in a square that was adjacent to me, she also goes under the effect of a rage.
Okay. Nice.
5-foot step, so that way I can still get the multi-attack.
Yep.
Attack 1. Attack 2. Does at least 15 hit?
No.
Damn it!
Succubuses are tough. Sorcerer, save the barbarian!
I take her.
What will you magic miss? Nice. Just basically bombardment.
And what's the evil hound dog do?
Nom 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 nom.
That one. Right. No.
Nope.
Help me! Sister, please kill the succubus.
That's it.
Yep.
I'm done.
Alright. Guess the sensor sent one for paladins then. Let me just pull up
Yep.
a sheet real quick. Alright, you know what? I'll just do this. This is a holy weapon, so
Yep.
actually in a time during fighting, he takes out his holy weapon and coats it with the what's it called you picked up. The holy
water.
Holy bomb? The holy hand grenade of
holy water.
Antioch?
The holy war you dropped.
Yeah. Yep. What the?
Oops, that's
I very much like that.
That's
I
too
like
high.
that.
That's too high.
Yeah, she takes 143 points of damage.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it meant to be plus 13.
Yeah, let me try that again.
That would be a 25. Be a 25.
Which does hit.
And who's he targeting?
The older sister, the one that what's it called?
It's grappling.
Yeah. So she takes 15 points worth of damage.
Yep. Damn.
You dead?
No, she's the older sister is older for a reason. She's the tougher of the trio.
Yep. Why do you think I put 2 dose of poison in her?
Keep doing it.
All right.
Oh, we'll see if she's still up after this round.
Well,
All right. The middle sister flies over to you and introduces her to her claw attack.
Oh, nose!
Do I get opportunity attack?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
go
dog gets
ahead.
the opportunity.
Yep. He would hit. But I don't know if he does cold iron damage.
Yeah, so it's will get cut in half.
No, it would be completely eliminated. DR10.
All right.
Yeah. The paladins are doing good damage, so they can bypass it, and I've got cold iron. So.
Right.
Ouchie.
Ooh. 11 points.
So I'm going to have to start focusing on her now.
Like, how about a little sweetheart kiss? Like for some odd reason, this 9d20. Pass the kiss. Once per round, the succubus engages in a creature that is grappled and braces, passively draining its life force. The kiss makes the creature drain 1 or increase the drain condition by 1 for a maximum of 4. The creature takes 3d6 negative damage to the succubus is to regain its hit points.
Yep.
The succubus must succeed a DC 26 will save or business.
I literally could not make that.
Yeah.
How about 3?
Let's just say this: if we get a high enough roll, I'll bypass it.
Yeah. Sexy thought. Think something sexy.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
being affected by a poison, so you could always weaken it a little bit.
Like if we pass a DC 20 will, I'll let that go.
No.
Nope.
Oh goddamn!
Yes, somebody who has literally a +1 to beat a DC 20. Sorry, dudes.
Yeah. I'm sure the paladins will be nice enough to fix that negative level for you.
It's not the negative level; it's the actual drainage.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's all she did for her action then?
Yeah, because she's grappled, so she can't do anything.
Yeah. So I'm guessing what? She regained some hit points though?
Yep. $12 hit points.
Shit.
Now she has to roll the was it the 2d10? For damage from the poison.
And she loses 8.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to 5-foot step to deal with this one. And I'm going to fire an overcharge shot as well. As well as, yep.
A poison bullet.
Yep, poison bullets. 14 versus touch AC.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, okay, that will do... She takes 21 damage, because I also overcharged the shot.
You want to know something funny?
What?
Just kill her.
That's just enough to knock her out.
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay.
Like you can actually see in the replay, she actually had 21 points of health left.
Yep. And now she's going to get some more non-lethal over time, so...
Down for the count.
Yep. Hooray! Norf is not dead! Her innocence has been protected. Yeah. Yeah, so... That's all I could really do.
Oh god, what happens to me?
You still technically try to fight her.
I am.
But you're also taking a -1 attack right now.
Yep.
-1 attack? Okay.
Yeah, negative levels are nasty.
24.
You break the grapple.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. You get a -1 on attack checks. You also reduce your total HP by 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My total HP by 5. Let me make a note.
Yeah. Basically, just kind of keeping your head that your max HP is 5 lower than it should be right now.
And it's
So.
5 lower. Amazingly, that just aligns up perfectly. It's still technically being full health.
Yeah. That's the nasty about negative levels. You only have 5 of them as well, so you only have 5 levels as well. So if she gets 4 more on you, you're dead.
13 points of damage.
It hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, not much. A little bit of damage, but every little bit helps.
Please save me.
Yep.
We're not being grappled anymore, so you can move around if we need to.
Yeah.
5-foot step.
Falling back.
Yes.
What's sister gonna do?
Mittens.
Mittens.
She will take. Yeah, she'll stay where she's standing. And multi-attack.
The crazy horse. Nope.
Nope. Damn. Mittens is just doing everything she can to attack and wail, but not getting much.
Bringing the artillery strike, I guess.
Dort, enough, your go.
Move here. And
Magic missile barrage.
Danger close! Just so you know, Succubus are completely immune to fire damage.
okay.
Yeah, I say don't do any fire damage.
I would have stuck with magic missile.
Yeah.
That's the dog. The dog cannot
Yeah.
move here.
Yep.
And that's it.
Like, the sister goes, but she doesn't want to hurt her fellow thingies, but
Yep.
Or
Plus
allies. Monster friends.
yeah. So she just prays to Veb.
Yeah. Okay. Don't worry, Veb. We'll get you patched up after the battle.
I give a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Like, Clarence is knocked out.
Yep.
Lily gets annoyed and flies over to Williams. Like I had enough of you for sure. So attack of opportunity.
Yep. Horsey.
18.
Nope.
Roll for damage.
Okay.
Nine points of damage.
All right.
DR would eat that.
Yeah.
Well,
So
she's getting her spittle on her.
Yep.
Like, I'll deal with you later. As he tried to claw William.
Okay, go ahead.
I assume the claw macro works. There we go.
Yeah, that hits. Hurts like hell.
But thank God it wasn't a 30. Thank God it's not a crit.
Yep. So I'm down to 16 HP.
Like, William, you're good.
Well, also, she needs to roll a 2d10 for the damage from the poisons.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Please be enough to have her just slump right down on top of you.
Yep.
No, not yet.
I'm going to 5-foot step back. And I'm just going to aim. Yep, that'll hit. I think it's time to go to. I think it's time. You've lost this battle. You've lost this battle, Succubus. 17 and a third dose of poison's down in her.
It doesn't matter. The 17 was enough to knock her out.
Yep. Oh, good. God. As I basically look at my chest and just a fucking massive gash wound in it.
Sister Hart, are you okay? Are you wounded?
As she's finished praying, your wounds and negative level comes back.
Yep.
Are you okay?
Yep. She'll see me basically throw the rifle over my back really quick, and then jump into the back of my vehicle and come out very quickly with cold iron manacles, leg restraints, collar, and basically just it starts putting on these sisters, and then also on this first one here, pull out a weird thing with a pistol grip on it and like a vial on the back. And she sees me stab her with it, and liquid starts disappearing from the vial. Basically, I'm using an injector on her.
What is that?
Those girls.
Poison. Should make him no longer a threat.
They've killed many heroes. We had a job once. Find out what was going on with this mysterious island that kept showing up.
Yeah.
They were leading heroes there to their deaths.
Yep.
Really?
At least now I can finally say that we have avenged them. Yeah. We did what we could on the floating island to retrieve as many bodies to give closure.
Yep. And I'll do the same with this one, and then very quickly start, then start, Veb, give me a hand. Got to get these out of the scene.
We gotta. All right.
Yep. And then we'll put them in the back and chain them up in such a way that they're contained in some of the chests in the back. They'll fit in a huge chest easily enough.
Sister Hart, I would like to say we did not expect a practical demonstration, but
the
holy stuff works against the succubi.
It's never a bad time to test an invention.
And to any of the other non-humanoid and non-humanoid type creatures out in the audience, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, they're a little bit hurt, but
I'll buy you drinks to make up for it.
Yeah.
They're happy and run to the bar waiting for you.
Yep. So
well, it's going to be a lot emptier.
And I'll walk over to the sister and say, I do apologize that we used you. My companion here noticed that they were our targets. That's why we came to this area to hunt them down.
Like I said, they killed so many heroes.
It's not the first time succubuses or incubuses stayed in this town, but they're usually well behaved.
Yeah.
I guess this is the time.
I'm guessing the sister, what, 20s to 30s age wise?
Yeah.
Visually looking, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not all of them. It's just these two specifically.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume the paladin is like, I'm going to assume their younger sister is not on a freaking holy mission.
We already dealt with the younger sister. I'll say the paladin. I'm not going to add a character. I'm being vague on purpose. So a little vague on purpose, so I don't have to start bluffing to a paladin.
All right. Well, very well then. Usually we take it back to your order to finish them off, but looks like you got it this time.
We've got it handled, thank you. And I'll also take the hand of the sister and a little kiss on the hand, very gentlemanly. A little bit of diplomacy to
She turns red a little, but other than that,
yeah. So a little bit of diplomacy. 24.
She's very thankful for pretty much saving her life and the reputation of the church.
Yeah. Yep. And thank you for healing our wounds after that battle.
Very well. This is the best I could do. Give me a second. She starts praying again, and your wounds come back to normal.
Yep. Hooray! Full health. Who doesn't love full health?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. She prays about the sister. The turn the sister turn that she prays, and her next turn she either heals or revives someone.
Oh, yeah. And I'll also it says and and I'll say again, if your order ever needs anything from our catalog, ever needs raw metal for any reason, think of us. And I'll just kind of hold out the catalog again, and still being a bit of a merchant about this whole thing.
This time she takes it because she's probably very, very grateful that you pretty much not saved her life because she gave her life to her lord, but
save the people around us.
Yeah, as well as save the people around him.
Yep.
Also, to Sister Hart and the paladin that was with her, I'm gonna say, look, the offer I made to the citizenry, it's also valid for you two. So if you two want to get something to drink, I'll pay for it.
I cannot drink, but I'm pretty sure he had a very rough day.
Yeah.
You could take the day off, Lord Greg. I'll be fine in my church.
Yeah.
Because obviously the church is holy magic out the ass, so
Oh yeah.
No vile Christian could get into it, no matter what.
Yeah.
It goes to that saying, though, Sister Hart. If at all you do need us, do not be shy to say. We'll do what we can to help.
I'll be very grateful.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so
have you excuse me as she
retreats. I'll walk alongside Lord Greg to the tavern, where I'm gonna probably be about 1,000 or so gold lighter.
Oh, don't worry. We'll make that back.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Plus, I imagine the bartender's going, 1,000 gold? Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have to pick up the cast special stuff.
Yeah. I'll
basically put forth 1,000 gold worth of ale, wine, hard liquor, special stuff, whatever.
Yeah. Just a nice little celebration. I'll basically continue making inroads with the local merchants.
I just realized I'm going to make the next day incredibly unproductive for the town because I think I'm going to be giving the majority hangovers.
It'll be fine. So
let's just say this: the only person who's going to be working tomorrow is this dude because he's the one in charge of the food supply.
Yep.
Oh, he's going to be happy. He'll be going, sweet.
Yep.
I could retire.
Yep. So, yeah, I'm thinking the next day we should probably leave to get back quickly, so we don't have to burn into the poison supply too much. I know we probably brought enough, but I don't want to stretch it thin if we can avoid it.
Agreed.
Yeah. So.
All right. Next day you leave.
Yeah.
And how about
I'll leave a small offering of probably 100 gold at the temple, making sure the sister sees me leave the little offering behind.
I'll offer 500 as well, just so say sorry again.
Yeah.
The sister
I didn't want any innocent people to get hurt. I didn't want that.
Yeah. The sister bowed happily and wish you well. Wish you well.
As well.
Yeah. I will, again, because I will. Yeah. Just using a touch of diplomacy, giving a little wink on my way out. Oh, damn it. I'm going to use a hero point to reroll that one. 21 to give her a little wink on the way out.
She blushes, nods, and wish you the best.
Yeah.
And wish you a fair journey.
I'm just picturing that by rolling a 1 with trying to wink at somebody, you initiate the wink, then all of a sudden an eyelash gets into your eye.
Yeah.
If everyone's a 1, she is very questioned you of your motives.
Yeah.
But the re-rolls like okay, you're pretty much a cool person, a sweet person.
Yeah. Basically, long term, I'm trying to corrupt her.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a long mission.
Also, I'd like to say that,
especially given the land of her mask,
so,
the person who's in charge of the entire land.
Yep.
also, quick question. Ty Seawall,
Yes.
your steam wagon. We basically could take shifts, so that way it's constantly being driven. Correct?
I'd have to modify. Well, one, there's actually something called pilot training that's needed to drive it.
Well,
And
you
I'd
have
have,
what I was asking.
yeah, and I'd have to technically modify it to allow for what's called a substitute driver.
Could I use the ride skill?
Hold on, no. I'll quickly check what it takes to get pilot training because there's a few ways to get it. Eventually, I was actually planning on making sure that I had like goggles for you guys that you could just throw on and you knew how to drive a vehicle. I would make you substitute drivers.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm checking right now. It's piloting a vehicle, pilot training, acquire directly from a class feature, acquire it via the Ace Pilot feat, acquire it via the Natural Pilot trait. Spend a total of 10 skill points on any of the following. You can buy, and this is just combined all together. Craft machinery, disable device, knowledge engineering, spellcraft, and use magic device. I would assume that
I don't have any of those.
Jimpan, do you happen to have a total of at least 10 skill points in knowledge, in spellcraft, and use magic device?
8 points, ranks.
10 ranks, sorry. 10 ranks in it, yes. Do you have at least 10 ranks in those two when you combine them together?
Okay, which one?
Use magic device.
Use magic device is 1.
Okay, and spellcraft. Yeah, so never mind. Okay, so hold on. I think there might be a spell.
2.
Let me check my spell list. I might be able to. We won't be able to run it 24/7, but I think there's a spell. Nope, I don't have it. I think there's a higher level spell that lets me grant somebody else piloting for a time. So, unfortunately, let me check the substitute driver ability for. Here we go.
Sadly, yeah, that was my hope, is that to ensure the poison doesn't get run thin, we have somebody running like 24/7.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, fuck, I'm trying to find it right now. Nope. Okay. Surrogate pilot. The vehicle has been customized for another user. Select who must be present when can now pilot the vehicle for any amount of time without negating the vehicle status of Thunder Scout vehicle. It doesn't say. It doesn't specifically say it grants piloting, so I'm going to assume that we don't.
All right, you're gonna have to indicate what those skills are, because I do have 1 point knowledge engineering.
Well, it's 10 points. It's also with disable device. I'm checking. Here we go. Not that. Yeah, neither of you guys have it, unfortunately. Sorry about that. As I said, eventually I will make. There are these goggles that exist that I can make at some point that'll grant it to you, and it's one of those things that just it's one of those. You guys can share a pair of goggles. You just literally hand it off to the next guy. It's eyewear. So, sorry guys. But the thing is, that remember, this vehicle right now, even with the trailer, moves pretty quick. And
even with that, you could at least understand where I was going.
Yeah. You wanted to basically run it 24/7 because we get to sleep in the back. The only problem is the thing is a bit noisy.
Look, it'll just be like a duck boat. The constant rocking back and forth will knock you out.
Yeah, it's I think with the trailer, I go at speed 50. With the trailer, I'm going at speed 50, if I remember right.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Yep, because it's speed 60 without the trailer, so speed 50. And yes, those will be exactly what those goggles look like. They'll be driving goggles. You could actually call it driving goggles too. It's new wondrous items, eternal pocket watch. Yeah, pilot's goggles. They cost 500 each. I just need the pilot's guile spell to make them, and I'll be able to do that. They are really easy to produce once I hit 7th level.
Excellent.
Yeah. So yeah, it's one of the yep. Lenses resemble sleek tinted lenses, occasionally worn by engineers and Thunder Scouts. The wearer is considered pilot trained when the goggles are worn. I'm more than happy to make each of you a set, because then other things that I could potentially do is because eventually I'm gonna have multiple vehicles. As long as you have pilot training, you can operate those vehicles. So I will probably have a Thunder Cycle in the nearish future.
Could you post a copy of the what exactly is necessary for the pilot skill in the chat?
Yes, I'll pull it up, and these will be that. Yeah. There we go. Where is it? It's pilot vehicles. Yeah, pilot training. Hold on. Yeah, I'm also going to. Yeah, we're not in a world where where pilot training is needed for any of these powered vehicles. So, yeah. Yep, class feature. Via Ace Pilot feat. Via Natural Pilot trait. And then the next one is spending the total, being affected by a spell or magic item. So, there's one called Pilot's Guile that I will be getting at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pilot's Guile is actually it's okay. Next level, I should be able to, but here's the problem: the spell only lasts 10 minutes per level, so it's not a super long-lived spell.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But it will be one that I pick up just because it's good. It'd be good to be able to create those items, and then I can we can literally sell those for a little bit of gold so that people that aren't trained in the usage of vehicles can use vehicles.
How much would it cost to cast a permanency for it?
Oh, ridiculous expensive. It's cheaper for me it's cheaper for us to hit 7th level. Okay. And for me just to make them, because it's going to cost me 500 gold a pop to produce these things.
Yeah, that's a thought.
Yeah. I can make multiple in a day, I think. If I rushed them too. So.
Alright, so after a while you get back.
We're gonna have we'll put them again. We'll put them in different mine shafts. At least make sure they're a good distance from each other, so they can't use telepathy. And each of the sisters will be chained to their cold iron cages.
So I assume one sister will be.
Yeah. We'll keep them contained. I'm thinking we transport the younger sister to the castle, and I'm assuming there's a dungeon in the castle.
Yeah, of course.
We can make one.
Yeah. We'll put her down there in a cold iron cage since we've tamed her a little bit. Then we'll put one of the other sisters in the cold iron cage. We'll have 2 of the sisters up in the mines, the elder in the middle, and then we'll have the younger sister here.
Yeah, good behavior gets you a blanket in the cold area.
Yeah. Well, also, my thought is we're going to starve out the middle and older sisters.
Mm-hmm.
I assume this is the arrangement, real quick.
Yep, pretty much. One of the abandoned mine shafts. This one gets to go to the castle, though. So one day she sees me walk in with a rifle and just fires one of those poison bullets into her until she conks out.
Meanwhile, Sister, where are you?
Well, she would see both of these 2 knocked out and in chains being carried past her.
Sisters!
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
They can't hear you. They're unconscious.
What do you do? What do you do to them?
And she sees me basically manually load around. What I'm about to do to you? Bang. and then as she slowly it takes
Within
a
like a minute or so, she's down.
Yeah. Then she'll eventually wake up in a new cell in the castle, Cold Iron.
Your castle or the royal castle?
Our castle. Good God, no.
No. Yeah.
Hey, if we could somehow frame this and make it work that way, then that could probably help us. But no, we're not that clever.
No, she's now in the bowels of that castle, far from anyone.
And no, it's not going to be like a dingy, crappy cell. It's going to be like well made, well designed, elegant.
Well, it'll be cleaned up.
It's clean.
All right, okay. As you walk to the city, you see there's some fight. There was some fighting going on. So it's actually a good thing you actually prepare before you leave, because
Exactly. Well, we're going to be gone for extended periods, so our accountant was basically I introduced our business manager, as I call him. He's basically the accountant that runs the underworld for us.
Yeah.
To the alchemist, and said, "Okay, alchemist, you handle the schooling stuff and some of the mind and over that, but he's in charge while we're gone." Is kind of what I set up originally.
So it was a good thing, because originally the town was going to get sacked if we didn't say even that thing.
Well, we're not going to leave. We're not going to leave no one in charge. We're going to make sure the town is secured. And also, since we control the captain of the guards, I'm sure we'd have told him, "Hey, we're going to be out of town. Don't let your guards run wild, or bad shit happens to you."
Of course not. Obviously, there's some guards. Apparently, someone hired mercenaries to neutralize this town and the people in charge of it.
How many mercs survived?
Let the dice of destiny decide.
Yep.
Oh, 18.
How many of any of them leaders?
1.
Okay, then. I guess we're going to be taking these guys to the outskirts of town. Yeah, obviously, with a couple of our trusted Thunder Scouts, and we're gonna set up the modern day drawing and quartering. As we basically we're gonna put one of the leaders in the middle, one limb tied to its own independent steam wagon, and then pulled taut so he's being held in the air. Then we wait for him to wake up.
Where am I?
I'm only going to say this once, as I'm basically standing over and holding out a scalpel. I'm going to ask this once. Who hired you?
Well, that's easy. They already paid us, and because there's going to be more coming, and it's pretty much naming every business partner you pretty much cheated out during the logging deal.
Okay. Well, technically, we didn't cheat them because we just told them, "Hey, we just made a better deal."
I know. I meant the people who pretty much lost money because of you.
Yeah. Of course. So now I have to make a decision with you as I kind of pace back and forth.
We already got our money. Just let us go so we could make some more money. Besides, there's more. Besides, I could tell you there's more coming. They paid a very, very hefty sum for all 3 of your heads.
Do you happen to know anything about the other groups that be coming after us?
I don't know. We're just the first ones who got to the town first.
Jimmy, rev the engine.
I'm serious. I'm telling the truth.
Give us names.
I don't know. I swear.
He sees me about to tap on the back of one of the vehicles.
That's a good question. What is the price on our heads?
about 10 million, about 10,000 go alive and 50,000 go dead. For the entire company, of course.
Okay, so of these merchants, how many of them have families? I'm assuming we have at least general information on these guys, since they're our competitors.
All but one of them.
And you mentioned the merchants. You probably know what companies they represent.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
they ship
no.
over the world.
So then these are obviously probably the heads of the companies or somebody high up. Correct? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So, initially, where were you hired from? Were you actually invited to meet the representatives of those merchant guilds? Or were you just like dead drop type setups?
A little bit of both. They post some underground posters in a deep underground, and those who answer would meet representatives of them one at a time to make sure that. Sorry, water.
That's fine.
I assume that's out of character, right? Needing water.
Yeah. Because we got a couple options. We can either do the good old-fashioned, take a knife through their families to get them to back off. Bloody swap to the families. Another option is...
we have you seduce the wives?
No. Something a little bit nastier. We intercept... Obviously, we can't stop the mercenaries already en route, but we might be able to intercept future mercenaries and replace their orders from attacking us to attacking the king himself.
And
thus get this king to go on a fucking rampage and to start taking out these families left and right.
I now look to the mercenary officer. Okay, now your orders. Were they actually given to you in person, or was it again through dead drops? And did the dead drops indicate where you're to go next for further orders or for your reward or whatever?
He points at his bag.
Okay,
He nods at his bag.
Yep.
You're wrapped. I assume you go through this bag.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking dig through this bag like crazy.
All right, you see, yeah, you pretty much see the dead drops. Hey, this, and this. We're looking for their heads, or be captured alive for us to torture. As soon as you capture them, meet us at this location. And it's like the old mayor mantra of, like the old crime boss mansion of Heartsmith.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Left-handed. Why?
I undo the clasp on the right hand, and I take out the map. Where exactly were these dead drops located that you got from?
He point. I guess a world map, because he points pretty much over the world.
Damn.
By chance, did you happen to intercept any dead drops that were meant for other groups, or is it just by chance just yours specifically?
Ours specifically is a very careful operation.
Have you done business with some of these people before? And if so, what exactly is the modus operandi?
Of course, I've done business with these people before. If let's say they want someone eliminated, they do a dead drop. We come back with proof, and then they give us our money. Very quick, very easy, and it's cheaper than hiring professional assassins.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that actually sounds like a kick in the dick to you.
I mean, one of my crazy plans with this one is another one is we're probably going to capture somebody up the food chain at that house.
Yes.
So at this point, is this guy outlived his usefulness to us?
That's up to you guys.
Should we at least
He just wanted to go home and look for his next job with his gang.
Well,
out of curiosity, what is the name of your group?
The Dead Bones Gang.
The what?
Dead Bones Gang.
Dead Gnomes Gang?
Dead
Bones.
Oh, Dead Bones Gang.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going, man. I'm just gonna go. Okay, I don't. I mean, you could. Well, I mean, if you want to. I mean, if you want to live, and I'm gonna be lying through my fucking teeth on this one, so I'm gonna roll bluff.
I mean, if you can provide us good info, then maybe.
Yeah. Well, no. If you want to live, you're gonna tell me where you keep all your money hidden. I'm gonna be bluffing right now because I have no intention of letting this guy live.
See, I took the name chat. Dead Bones Company.
20 to bluff this guy, telling him, look, if you tell me where your money is, and I'm basically lying to him that I'm going to ransom him.
Our headquarters is in Smithtown. Sorry, it's in Silversmithtown. So let me just make sure I'm not renaming anything. No, I'm not. Okay. Our headquarters is in Silversmithtown.
And that's where you guys keep your money?
Yeah, because, well, no one likes going there.
Why is that?
Because it's ruled by the freaking what he sort of calls the evil's equilibrium, Winston Murder, aka the alchemist of the Sorcerer's Guild. Sorry, the necromancer of the Sorcerer's Guild.
So out of curiosity, I'm guessing it's more a case that were we to arrive in that town, they'd immediately sick upon us because they know exactly what we look like, correct?
Yeah. You.
Actually, out of curiosity, you mentioned it was like 10,000 alive, 50,000 for the full group.
Yep.
What exactly are the individual prices? I'm actually kind of curious.
I don't know the individual prices. That's the one thing we didn't get. I assume they're going to get cut if we bring in one person at a time, of course.
But So right there in Silversmith Town, which is where the necromancer of the Sorcerer's Guild lives. That's maybe
We'll put it on the list of a place to collect later on. Now, gentlemen, as I basically, gentlemen and ladies, as I look at the four vehicles that are holding this guy up.
Technically, it's only 3 because I did have to release his one arm.
I put it back.
All right.
Yeah, gentlemen and ladies, you four are some of the best Thunder Scouts I've got for steam wagons. Tonight, I'm going to teach you about how to downshift to apply additional torque when dealing with a heavy load.
Wait, what are you doing?
At this point, I'm going to force open the mercenary's mouth and just start pouring down like that super heavily powered alcohol down his throat, just to try and make him so that there'd be less screaming.
Just put a sock in his mouth.
Are the Dead Bone Company watching, or?
They're fucking watching this. They are basically chain ganged with several of the Gearman gunslingers just keeping an eye on them. We're not fucking around. These guys fucked with us, so.
But at the same time, we're reasonable. If you have information that's of value, you can avoid this.
Yeah.
We're not savages.
Yeah, as you know. Okay, now you're gonna want to downshift to the lower gear, and then slowly increase power. And they just slowly start pulling apart.
All muffled through a sock.
Yep. Yep.
Like, you could picture what happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's drawing and quartering.
Yeah.
Through sheer just ripping the
Well,
apart.
the quartering part at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
As the Dead Bones Company look at their leader, pretty much. Well, now former leader.
Yep. Now I'll walk over to them, obviously probably having some blood spatter on me. Just look like I'm completely not caring. Now, you boys are in some serious trouble. You fucked with our business. And, as I basically pull out the scalpel and, use that to kind of point at them. And I am needing people, and I'm needing to volunteers from a medical school. Who wishes to volunteer?
Those the volunteer make it easier for the rest.
Yeah.
Consent is not exactly a requirement here. Just a formality.
I kind of look over. Technically speaking, we don't do it online. We don't really do it on live people because they squirm too much.
What?
Let's look at it this way: if you're willing to go through this, you're saving your other comrades.
But none of them put up their hands like, all right, I lived too long.
Yeah.
Pretty much the older members of the Dead Bones Company.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. They understood that they've lived a life. Like they're willing
and then the 11 that didn't, the cowards. I slit each of their throats. Yeah, I slit each of their throats. Yep, as they basically fall to the ground dead.
And of those that volunteered,
no, they get to live.
Yes.
Now, you 9 pass the test. You show that you have loyalty. The question is, are you willing to transfer that loyalty to us?
we are not unreasonable.
They look at their now splatter was their boss like, without our boss, the Dead Bones Company is no more.
Well,
We're pretty much out of work mercenaries now.
Well, we have some openings that you can work with. You'll receive better training, better equipment, better pay, and it isn't just pure mercenary work. It'll be like an actual standard wage. And if specific projects come along, little extra.
Yeah. We're also going to need you 9 to help us because officially, unfortunately, many of the dead bones didn't survive, including your great leader. But you 9 valiantly succeeded and captured the 3. Well, technically, it's going to be a bit more than 9 of you because we're going to have some of our guys borrowing the equipment from your former colleagues here. And you're going to help us capture who's ever at that location. That will be your next test. And there will be many more after that. And I can promise you, if any of you, when one of you fails the test, we'll be drawing lots about who gets punished.
But succeed, and the rewards are amazing.
Yes. Eventually, if you ever make a mistake, only you will be punished for the mistake, not someone at random. Is that understood?
The Dead Bones may be gone, but loyalty still remains. Well,
welcome to the Gearmen, then.
Well, Thrall, once you take everything away from a man, all they have left is their words and their balls. And I doubt you would break them for either. But we are willing to work with you.
Yeah.
So
you'll be watched.
Help us work for you.
Yeah.
Work with you.
I'll freely admit, you'll be watched by some of our trusted.
They nod.
Now, I'm basically going to signal to have the gear collected from the other guys. I'm assuming there was gear. There were more of these guys before, but they basically dealt with the steam. Steam repeating muskets probably dealt with quite a bit.
There are more of these guys, but between Eleanor and your other gearman, you even see one of the tigers with one of the gearmen with one of the Dead Bones members' teeth in his mouth.
Yep. So yeah. Basically, they fucked around and found out.
Yeah.
So, I guess the next step would be assaulting that mansion.
Which would be the next episode.
And do we level up to 6th?
I was about to say, and as I promised you, that with the Succubus, you are officially level 6.
Yay!
Yep.
So, hey, Seawall.
Yes.
You ever see JoJo Part 2?
I'm not interested in the JoJo series at all. I just don't care. So.
What, with Jonathan Joestar?
Yeah.
That was the one where it was like World War II.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like what was it? Apparently, all I know about that is there was apparently an agreement between the Allies and the Axis that the Axis wouldn't use their like cyborg technology. In exchange, the Allies wouldn't deploy JoJo.
Well, the Allies would help against the vampires.
Ah, got it. Yep, something weird like that. Yeah.
And you've probably seen like the meme of like, German engineering is the world's greatest.
Yep. There's great lines from. I'm not defending German technical spirit. I'm stating the fucking obvious. We are basically industrial Prussia, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've got to check what some of the specialty things at 6th level are for the Steam right first. At 6th, yep, I get my next level of handy. And I have 7 modifications now. So that means I get 2 more modifications to my things. So I'll say, yep, and this is gonna be handy, and this can be handy, which is going to be craft alchemy. Which means I now have an alchemy check of over 20. Probably 25-ish.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what happens with these guys. We get to replace our checks with other checks. Yeah, and also remember that by every level I get basically an additional 2 to engineering because I get a +1 from an untyped bonus per level, and then I get 1 from the skill point. And then I also add half of my other level into it. So, and then I get another 3 from skill focus.
So next level, I get to select a creature's natural size is large or huge, but since I got the small rider feet, next level is the Velociraptor.
The Velociraptor? Do you want me to teach him philosophy? So it can be a Velociraptor?
Yeah, the extent you'll probably be like, fish is friend, not food.
But cow is food. Nom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cow burger, tasty.
Yes. Nom. Yep. Handicraft alchemy. This will be Steam right. 6. Then I got to go down to Thunder Scout, which is
I can attack twice in a round now.
Same here. Yes, I'm 5th, which is a bonus feat.
Now you get to experience what Tor experienced every time I play him.
Yeah, I get a.
Yes.
Mine has the wearboardism.
Yeah, there we go. And also, let me check. Does something happen at a 5th level? Yes, I get a 3rd bonus feature. And my vehicle's tougher now. Already got that.
Nice.
Don't care about that. So, gravity pitons. Yeah, there's a lot of fun ones in here. What was it? I can't remember what level. What level will I get this at? Here we go. At 12th level, I get I get advanced vehicles. That's when I get the amphibious one. Basically, the armored up. It's called a squall, I believe. Yep, there it is. Yep. The Squall, a heavily armed amphibious vessel originally designed to defend the shores of coastal nations. It's gained some of a reputation as a vessel for pirates and raiders, as many such individuals have copied a design and put it to good use in such venues. Yep. It's equally as fast on land and drive on water as on land. This thing literally, it would be 100% amphibious. We could cross the ocean with it if we needed to.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. That's 12th level. I don't get that for a while. For now, I've got my little steam wagon. It's quick. Just going to check the additional. Here we go. I don't care about superior materials. Okay, where is it?
Okay, this is just hilarious.
What's hilarious?
A rage power that I can get. Spirit Steed. While raging and mounted, the barbarian's mount gains a DR magic equal to half the barbarian's level, and the mount's natural weapons count as magical for the purpose of overcoming damage reduction.
Nice. I'm just checking right now what some of the options are for upgrades. Because I've already got most of what I want. Because the thing is, I'm not really using my vehicle for combat, at least not yet. I mean, eventually, I'm going to make the gun truck version of the steam wagon that we'll be using in the battles. Think a Flak 88.
Nice.
Yeah. So it can deploy. It can fire direct or act as artillery. Yeah. Yep. We'll also have the dirigibles, aka Zeppelins.
Yep.
Yep. Which will have bomb bay as well as twin machine guns on each side. Basically, how we get paratroopers in and long range. Also, a long range extreme logistics. Then what was it? That also technically could act as basically carriers for the dragon gliders when we started getting those into the field too. We basically have a flying aircraft carrier.
We shall have the Graf Zeppelin.
But it's actually a Zeppelin.
Which was the original Graf Zeppelin was a Zeppelin.
Yep. But they turned it into a theoretical aircraft carrier. I don't know if it ever actually hit the water.
It did hit the water, but the issues like between like the Kriegsmarine and the Luftwaffe kept the airplanes from going to it.
Got it. Yeah, got it. It basically was the branches fighting each other.
Yeah.
Whereas the Navy just had their own aircraft. So, yeah, there we go. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what options we have for this. Maneuverable. Man, I'm not really needing that. We already have increased hauling. We already have illuminators built in. I'm thinking... No, not advanced pumps. I'm thinking maybe going with gravity pitons. In case the vehicle ever flips, it can unflip itself.
Bonus feat.
Yeah.
What goes the bonus feat?
Yep. Well, remember, I can swap them out as I see fit, because I've basically got 4 I can do. Because basically what I did with the Steam Rag is I removed the Ponderous, as it's called, which basically means it couldn't handle difficult terrain at all.
You make it a bit more
yeah.
svelte, workable.
Yeah, I then put all-terrain and lasting maintenance on it. And the reason why I did the lasting maintenance is just so I don't have to worry about it having to deal with it every day. So there's also rapid maintenance, but I don't really see much of a need for that.